Amaka and Ngozi had been best friends for as long as anyone in their small town could remember, from their days as toddlers, chasing each other through dusty paths, to their teenage years, gossiping about school crushes under the sprawling mango tree in Amaka's backyard. They had a strong bond. Amaka, with her smile and infectious laughter, has always been the sunshine in Ngozi's life. To Amaka, Ngozi was more than a friend. She was a sister, a confidant, and a partner in all adventures. Their friendship blossomed in their formative years, navigating the intricacies of adolescence together. Amaka was the more outgoing of the two, often leading the way with her boundless energy. Ngozi, though on the quiet side, found solace in Amaka's radiance. She admired her friend's effortless charm and the way she could light up any room she walked into. Amaka dreamed big, talking about becoming a successful businesswoman and traveling the world. Ngozi's aspirations were more grounded. She wanted stability, love, and a family of her own. As they grew older, their lives began to take different paths. Amaka was accepted into a prestigious university in Lagos to study business administration, while Ngozi remained in their hometown, attending the local college and helping her family with their small grocery store. Despite the distance, they kept in close touch, sharing their joys, fears, and dreams over late-night phone calls. During one of Amaka's visits home, she introduced Ngozi to Emeka, her charming and ambitious boyfriend. Emeka was everything Amaka had ever wanted: intelligent, caring, and driven. The moment Ngozi met him, she couldn't help but feel a pang of envy. Emeka seemed to have all the qualities she desired in a partner. As their interactions increased, Ngozi's admiration for Emeka turned into silent longing, a feeling she buried deep within her heart, knowing it was wrong. Amaka's relationship with Emeka flourished, and soon Emeka proposed. The engagement was a joyous occasion, and Amaka, beaming with happiness, asked Ngozi to be her maid of honor. Ngozi accepted with a forced smile, the envy gnawing at her insides. She loved Amaka, but the bitterness of unfulfilled desires began to taint their friendship. Watching Amaka's happiness, Ngozi's admiration slowly morphed into resentment. Why did Amaka get everything she wanted? Why did her life seem so perfect? Why Ngozi struggled to make ends meet and find a partner? As the wedding preparations were in full swing, Ngozi's internal struggle reached its peak. She found herself spending more time with Emeka under the guise of helping with the wedding plans. Emeka, unsuspected of her true feelings, often confided in her, appreciating her insight and company. One evening, during a particular emotional conversation about his fears and hope for the future, the lines between friendship and desire was buried. Emeka, vulnerable and perhaps confused, found solace in Ngozi's presence, leading to a moment of weakness that changed everything. The guilt was immediate and overwhelming, but the damage was done. Ngozi had crossed the line, and there was no looking back. The secret affair continued, with Emeka and Ngozi unable to resist the pull of their forbidden attraction. Ngozi knew it was wrong, but the part of her that longed for Emeka's affection overshadowed her guilt. She rationalized it by telling herself that if Emeka could be swayed, perhaps his love for Amaka wasn't as strong as it seemed. The truth, as it often does, surfaced in the most unexpected of ways. Amaka stumbled upon a series of text messages between Ngozi and Emeka that left no room for doubt. The betrayal was a knife to her heart, the pain immeasurable. The two people she trusted most had deceived her. Amaka confronted them, her anger and hurt spilling out in a torrent of accusation and tears. Emeka's attempt at apologies fell on deaf ears, and Ngozi's guilt rendered her speechless. The engagement was called off, and the friendship shattered. Amaka, devastated and humiliated, swore never to marry. She could no longer trust, not after such a profound betrayal. Her story of a future with Emeka turned to ash, and the once unbreakable bond with Ngozi was damaged. Life after the betrayal was a struggle for both women. Amaka threw herself into her business and later her career. Determined to succeed and make something of herself despite the heartbreak, she moved to Lagos permanently, cutting all ties with her past life. Ngozi, on the other hand, was consumed by guilt and regret. Her relationship with Emeka, born out of betrayal, was doomed from the start. It ended soon after, leaving her alone with her conscience. She remained in their hometown, the shadows of her action following her wherever she went. The townspeople, having learned of the scandal, looked at her with a mix of pity and disdain. She lost not only her best friend, but also her standing in the community. Years passed and Ngozi and Amaka led separate lives. Amaka became a successful woman, her name synonymous with excellence. She built an empire in Lagos, her work ethics and determination propelling her to great heights. Despite her professional success, her personal life remained solitary. She kept people at arm's length, the fear of betrayal ever present within her. Ngozi, still in their hometown, struggled to rebuild her life. She eventually took over the family's grocery store, finding a semblance of peace in the routine and the simple interactions with customers. She avoided discussion about the past, focusing instead on the present and trying to find contentment in the small joys life offered her. Fate, however, had other plans. A business deal brought Amaka back to her hometown after many years. The return was bittersweet, filled with memories of happier times and the pain of betrayal. She intended to keep her visit brief, but news of her return spread quickly and old acquaintances sought her out. Ngozi, hearing of Amaka's return, was filled with apprehension. She wanted to reach out to apologize once more, but she feared reopening old wounds. However, an unexpected encounter at the local market forced a meeting between the two former friends. The initial awkwardness was palpable, but beneath it lay years of unspoken words and unresolved emotions. The confrontation was inevitable. Amaka, still harboring anger and hurt, let her feelings spill out. She accused Ngozi of destroying her ability to trust, of taking away the one thing she held dear. Ngozi, tears streaming down her face, apologized profusely, admitting her fault and expressing her lifelong regrets. She explained how envy had clouded her judgment, leading her to make the worst decision of her life. Amaka and Ngozi, though their friendship would never be the same, found a way to coexist with their past. Amaka continued to thrive in her business, and over time, she allowed herself to open up to new relationships, cautiously but hopefully. Ngozi, with her heart lighter and her conscience clearer, focused on making a positive impact in her community and finding fulfillment in helping others. Years later, Amaka stood on the threshold of a new chapter in her life. She had met David, a fine, handsome man. He restored her faith in love and trust. As she walked down the aisle, ready to embrace her future, she spotted Ngozi in the audience, smiling with tears in her eyes. The journey had long been painful, but they had both come out stronger and wiser. In the end, their story was not just about betrayal and forgiveness, but about enduring the power of friendship and the possibility of new beginning. If you enjoyed the story, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like and comment, and share. Thank you.